I'm Rosie, and welcome to my world where I create beats on GarageBand, write songs, and post them here on my YouTube channel, Rosie Pulley.
What is an artist? Someone who surrenders and allows the pain to go through them. Who alchemizes their suffering and uses their abilities to be a light for people. Because they've seen the darkest places. They embrace their difference by moving different. On my terms.
I started posting songs on my channel in March of 2020 during the pandemic. They're gonna close down the school for 3 weeks. And we are gonna go online. I mean, I already have like 2 classes online, but things are getting out of control. I don't even have a job. I don't have a job. I don't have a job. I went to an interview yesterday. They said they would call me back today, and they haven't. So I don't know what the hell is going on. If this is the end of the world, at least I was already willing to get my shit together. I would say that the heavy energies that were surrounding us during that time definitely inspired me to want to post songs. Now you are on my mind. I should have stayed our first time. I started making music because I wanted to make things lighter for people. There was a major shift in my music where I was becoming more playful, and I made fun of my experiences with heartbreak. I didn't take myself so seriously, and that's exactly what I needed because it was a lot that I was dealing with. All of us were dealing with something, and when COVID hit, it put everything on pause, and it made us really reflect on ourselves. And I think that's really where I started to realize the kind of artist that I wanted to be. I didn't just wake up one day and started writing. I used to be in the children's chorus for the church that my family and I went to. I didn't like practice, but I would get a very special feeling from being on stage and singing for people and like memorizing the lyrics to songs. I feel like music was instilled to me at a very young age, and I remember I really loved the movie Walk the Line, the story of Johnny Cash. I ended up like rewriting the lyrics to Johnny Cash's song Folsom Prison Blues. I was only 9 years old, so I didn't know anything about prison, obviously, but I don't know, I think I just really related to his emotional side. And I just remember at a very young age, I really was very fascinated with stories that were real and that I knew helped people. Here we go. When I reached high school, I joined the poetry club. I struggled with my social life during my first 2 years of high school. I actually still kind of struggle with my social life. I don't know if struggle is the right word, but it's always been a thing that has been, an area of my life that has always been a bit more difficult. It's not that I was like bullied or like, was I felt a little bit different. All I wanted to do was focus on what I can create. It was a way to release whatever it was that I was dealing with. December of like 2018, I had won a spot on the Lobo Poetry team for UNM. We traveled to Houston to compete with other poets from around the nation.
I wanted to wrap her silk skin around my arms like a Christmas gift and glue her plastic face onto mine. Maybe then he would finally see me. Behind the blue eyes I scooped out of her sockets and embroidered the blood vessels of my eyeballs with the ends of her ripped ones.
I just remember when I was there, I didn't feel like the same person. My grandma had just died. I was depressed, but I didn't know that I was depressed.
These books have a lot of quantitative stuff, because I mean that.
I just remember there was a moment in my life where I didn't know what to write about because I was so sad. I was going to work and school and I was pretending that everything was fine, but really nothing was fine. Nothing was okay. So being in Houston was difficult just because it didn't feel like me anymore. But everything changed when I went on a study abroad trip to Cuba in the summer of 2019. I remember before that trip, I was desperate to find myself as an artist. I intuitively knew that I needed to remove myself from the environment that I was so used to, and I needed to place myself in a new environment to just expand my horizons. And I never imagined that I was going to experience so much on that island. Cuba revolutionized me. It did exactly what I wanted, but on a whole other level that I was not expecting. So when I came back, everything kind of fell apart, from my old life. I experienced heartbreak when I came back. I was experiencing changes within myself, creatively, emotionally, mentally, physically. All of those things are what pushed me to want to become a songwriter. And then it just became an outlet for me. Choosing a creative path hasn't always been easy. The lack of resources has taken a toll on my mental health. Nobody ever talks about how all these things do take money, and it does take a lot of sacrifice to get there. Please have patience with me. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I do like to write songs, and I'm in quarantine. Might as well. I feel like over these years I've been juggling what is realistic and what I want to do that may come off as naive or too dreamy. Sometimes it's not our fault why not all of us can pursue those creative goals. I mean, a great example would be the art department at UNM. Those students are forced to buy their own supplies because UNM doesn't give the art department enough money. That's just a great representation of how it really is as an artist. The jobs that I've had have benefited me in a way where I have a flexible schedule, such as DoorDash. I can choose whatever time I want to go in, and it's fast money. Being a DoorDasher, you never know where you're going to end up. One of my favorite jobs so far has been a substitute teacher for Albuquerque Public Schools. The stories that I've heard from kids and the way that they taught me how to place my boundaries, it's really taught me to become a leader, not only in my personal life, but also as an artist. Being a creative and just being so fascinated by everything and wanting to jump into opportunities. And now knowing my boundaries, I feel like I know when to say no and when to say yes. Therapy has also helped me process the roller coaster that I've been on with songwriting. It really did change my life because it shifted my perspective and it made me question, what I really am doing in life, and it just made me become like obsessed with wanting to pursue this dream that not everyone can reach. But therapy has really helped me to ground myself and still hold on to that dream, but also have my both feet on the ground and know that there's a realistic approach to everything that we do. Songwriting has given me space to express myself in a much more radical way.
We learned the shit, it's killing me. So come homie, let's make love alright. Venus in my Gemini is where my mind finds magic, cause love in a twine time.
Which I think is important, especially during these times.
Vision between my
We
eyes.
see all these horrible things on social media, like the genocide that's happening in Gaza. We see thousands of Palestinians get murdered every day.
This isn't real love, right? Our parents fought all through the night. We learned this shit, it's killing me. So come homie, let's make love alright.
The whole thing has helped me to change my view about what I'm doing and be a voice for people. Tell everyone that it's important that we stay together and fight and speak up for those who can't. And I think that's why this whole vlog came together, because we don't talk about mental health enough, and it's something that I've dealt with my entire life. I want to be able to stand up for people, and songwriting has given me the opportunity to express myself, to overcome many of the dark moments that I've experienced in my own life. I plan to use it to continue to make things lighter for people who are still in that dark place.
This is crazy. You see the difference in me. So say it right for me undone. You see the difference in me.